Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this WWE discussion video. We're going to talk about the rumoured WWE Draft. So the rumours that have broken in the past 24 hours are that a draft will take place in October. That is basically when Raw and Smackdown just pick the superstars that they want. So Raw might pick first, and then Smackdown will pick, and then Raw will pick, and then Smackdown will pick. It basically means anyone could move anywhere, including NXT talent. It's not something that happens that often. We tend to get like superstar shakeups. That's when people just like move. But this is basically like starting again. This is like a blank bit of paper where both brands kind of hand-pick their rosters. It's very exciting. And as we said, apparently it is going to happen in October. Of course, you know, we're on the verge of SmackDown moving to Fox. We're on the verge of NXT moving to the USA Network. That would be why we're getting a draft. And apparently it's going to happen on the 11th and 14th of October. So I thought it would be fun to talk about 5 superstars that have to change brands. 5 superstars that need to move. These are superstars that could have gone stale. They're superstars that might bring something to the other brand. So I thought it would just be a little bit of fun. So before we talk about those 5 superstars, I wanted to tell you who my top picks would be. So if I was in charge of Raw, my top pick would be Bray Wyatt. I think the Firefly Funhouse is a big success. YouTube views are doing really well. Merch sales are doing really well. I think The Fiend has got incredible potential. Why would you want to lose that? So if I was in charge of Raw, that would be my first pick. There's an argument that it should be Seth Rollins, but I honestly think The Fiend has got a brighter future. So I would pick The Fiend / Bray Wyatt / Firefly Funhouse / the puppets. I mean, basically, you get it all. So I would go with that. If I was in charge of SmackDown, I think I would be happy with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is already on SmackDown. He's already settled. He's doing a great job. I think this storyline has been really good for him. People are still cheering him as well since he came back. And now he's like, you know, working with young talent. You know, he had a great match with Buddy Murphy. Now he's going to be having a match with Rowan, which I know Rowan isn't a young talent, but he's not had many opportunities. So I do think this is very exciting. I wouldn't want to lose that. I think there's real value in having Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns would be my first pick. This is where it gets interesting, though. If NXT gets a chance to pick, if NXT could steal a talent, I would want, if I was in charge of NXT, if I was William Regal, I would want Daniel Bryan. Now, the reason why I would want Daniel Bryan is because NXT is moving to the USA Network. It's going to be seen by millions of people. I feel like it just needs a name. It just needs one big name, a reason to get casual fans to watch it. And I think Daniel Bryan is that person. Daniel Bryan loves working with young wrestlers and new talent. I could see him working at the Performance Center when he retires as like a trainer. I think that would be a great role for him. So he loves doing that. But he loves wrestling. Like, the bottom line is he loves being a wrestler. And NXT is the wrestling show. You don't tend to get any stupid storylines. It's all about great in-ring matches. And that suits Daniel Bryan. Imagine Daniel Bryan against, like, Velveteen Dream. Or Daniel Bryan against Johnny Gargano, you know? These would be incredible 5-star matches. So, I know a lot of people out there might not like the idea of an established name going down to NXT. But they're not going down anymore. Like, NXT is going to be main roster very, very soon. So, those are my top picks. Let me know yours down in the comments below. And let's move on, shall we, to the 5 names, the 5 people I think need to change brands. First of all, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley has gone stale. You could argue he's always been stale, but Bobby Lashley is a powerhouse. Bobby Lashley is MMA trained, and at the moment he is on Raw. Move him to Smackdown Live. Smackdown Live is going to Fox. Fox want a more sporty feel. Bobby Lashley would fit Smackdown Live and Fox perfectly. If booked correctly, which I'm sure he would be, that could be a great move. That could really rejuvenate Bobby Lashley. Next up, I've got Dana Brooke moving to NXT. Now, Dana Brooke just can't get a break. There doesn't seem to be any signs that they're going to invest in her on Raw. I don't even think they would invest in her on SmackDown. There's just too many women ahead of her. You know, she's competing with the likes of Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Ruby Riott when she comes back, Alexa Bliss. You know, there's so many women, so much talent. There's just no way that Dana Brooke can break through. I think put her back down to NXT, or move her to NXT, I should say, and have her as the established star. Like in NXT, she's got a name. She's made it onto the main roster. She could actually work some very interesting matches. You know, the likes of Dana Brooke against Mia Yim. Dana Brooke against Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, who's been the dominant champion, against the woman that has spent all this time on the main roster. Dana Brooke has been with WWE for 6 years. That experience has got to count towards something. So I think you could do Shayna Baszler against Dana Brooke. And honestly, if I was booking that match, I would have Dana Brooke win. I would have Dana Brooke with an upset victory and really establish her as a big name down in NXT. Of course, if Dana Brooke is going to NXT, we should probably take someone out of NXT. So my third move, Bianca Belair goes to SmackDown Live. Bianca Belair, very athletic. I think she was like a CrossFit champion or something like that. But again, sporty. She would fit SmackDown Live perfect. I think she's done all of her learning. She could stay in NXT for a bit more time, but she's got the ability to put on great matches. She's learned a lot. Like when she came in, she had no wrestling experience, whereas now she can work a great match. She's got a great gimmick. She's got the hair whip as well. I just think she could bring a lot to SmackDown. Yeah, as we said, you know, the sporty brand just kind of makes sense that she would go in that direction. Number 4 on the list, of course, Daniel Bryan. We already spoken about it. Daniel Bryan moving to NXT, so I don't really need to go through why, because we spoke about it earlier in this video. So the final one would be number 5. Little bit of a cheat. The Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era moves to Raw. Undisputed Era moves to Raw, and the reason why I would do that is because I think Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, they've achieved all that they need to achieve in NXT. We're just kind of going around in circles. Taking them out of NXT is just going to free up the spotlight for some of that talent that's coming through. So I would take them out of the way, get them out of NXT, move them to Raw, and then you've got some great programs. Imagine Adam Cole against Seth Rollins. Imagine Roderick Strong against AJ Styles or Finn Balor. Imagine the Undisputed Era as a faction taking on the OC. Like the amount of different stories and matches that you can do. I just think would rejuvenate, revigorate that Raw brand. It would free up NXT for some of that new talent that's breaking through, but it would really give something over to Raw as well. So there we go, guys. Those are my top picks and the 5 names / factions that I would move during the WWE Draft in October. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.